Okay, hey guys. Welcome to Trashy Stupid Fun. Yeah, it's been a while since I've made an episode. Since I haven't had the house to myself for a while. And I've watched quite a few movies recently, but I'm only going to talk about 3 or so. Yeah, just 3. First one I watched was Valet Girls, and it's from the 80s, and it's painfully 80s, but it was fun. It's about well, technically 3, but it's mostly just focused on these 2 girls who are part of this valet service, which is just run by this really awful guy, and they're doing this so they could meet famous people, or become famous. Meet the record producers and everything, and get famous. Or at least the one girl is. I can't remember if the blonde was, but I don't know the actresses' names, but yeah, I don't know. And I can't remember the characters' names either, for that matter. But it was a fun movie. One was blonde and British, and the other was a brunette, and she was the rock star. I think they both wrote songs, but I think they both wrote songs, but whatever. It was just a fun movie. They go to work for this rich guy who's a real jerk and kind of a womanizer, and he flirts openly with other women in front of his wife, and his wife just his wife is a decent person, and she's just like, she just can't stand her husband. Yeah. And so he hires them, and because his other valet guys were letting photographers in, or he doesn't want photographers into his party because he doesn't want photographers to know how old he is or whatever, and just a lot of shenanigans in this movie. I can't remember who else was. There weren't any big name stars in this movie, but it was fun. Really, it's just it was a stupid 80s movie, but it was fun. You had really silly 80s stuff going on. I'm just trying to think of everything, but you had the drunk / maybe high butler for the guy. The guy, his name is like Zebra or something, or his last name is Zebra or something. And I don't know, that was just kind of funny. I can't remember everything about this movie. I think I watched it last week, and I liked it. Oh, that's another one I could talk about. Oh well, I might come back to that one. But yeah, I liked Valet Girls. It was very funny, very 80s. Well, I can't think of what else to say about it. It was just really, really silly. I'll probably post the trailer for it on Facebook. If you follow me on Facebook, it's just under the title of the show, Trashy Stupid Fun. I post a lot of stuff on there that, I can't post on YouTube. So, come by. I post pictures on there a lot. I post trailers. After I talk about the movie, I try to find the trailer. I try to remember to post the trailers on there. Okay, well, anyways, I'm going to move on to the next movie. The next movie I watched, I'm not counting everything I watched in between, is Land of the Dead. And I haven't watched all of them, but I've seen most of the Dead movies of George Romero, and this one was just okay. Basically, the zombies are still around, and basically all the rich people are held up in a tower, and everybody else is just scattered about the city. But it's all blocked off from the zombies, basically. They can kind of get in, but they get electrocuted or something, and But ultimately, the zombies, rebel against the people, everybody else, basically. And I kind of liked the clash of the classes that that he was trying to do. You know, the haves versus the have-nots type of thing that was going on in the movie, but it was just not that good. I mean, I was hoping for something better, I guess. It had a decent cast. You know, John Leguizamo and I want to, that dude from The Mentalist was in it too. I can't think of his name. Let me look him up really quick. I think it's Simon something. Simon Baker. Or is that his name on the show? I don't know. I don't watch it, but that's a name that kind of pops up. Oh, and you had Asia Argento as, she's kind of a badass zombie hunter. She was okay. Not a great actress, I guess. Or I don't know. I haven't seen her in that much, but I mean, she's just okay in this movie. Yeah, I haven't seen Day of the Dead or Diary or Survival. I guess is Survival a new one? Oh, that came out in 2010. I never saw that one either. But then it apparently didn't do very good. So yeah, I haven't seen that one either. I've heard Day of the Dead isn't that good either. Or I don't know. I mean, I've heard mixed things about it. Simon Baker. Okay, I was right. Simon Baker. Oh, and then you also have what's his face? Oh, jeez, I missed that. Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright were in this as in a photo booth zombies. Huh. That's kind of funny. I didn't know. Well, I probably would have noticed Simon Pegg, but I don't know. What's his name? Dennis Hopper was in this too, and I don't know. I made a stupid joke that it's kind of like a Super Mario Brothers reunion, but without Bob Hoskins. That was a bad joke though, because you had John Leguizamo and you had Dennis Hopper, so it's kind of a Luigi and Koopa thing. But that's oh god, I kind of feel like I should revisit that movie. I don't know. That would probably break my head because I could barely. I don't know why I liked it when it came out. Cause I shouldn't have liked it at all. I didn't love it, but I kind of liked it. And I loved that Tom Savini was in this. That was probably the best thing, that Tom Savini was in this movie. I think he was playing the character he played in Dawn of the Dead, but as a zombie. He had that machete in Dawn of the Dead. And so yeah, there were some things I liked about it, but mostly it was like it could have been better. I think he should just stop making zombie movies now. Like, I don't know. Anyways, and now the third movie I want to talk about, I watched last night for the first time. All these are movies I've watched for the first time, basically, because sometimes I should revisit old ones, talk them here too, because there's some I should really talk about. But anyways, the third movie I want to talk about is Battle Royale, which was a really interesting thriller and just really intense. And it's a Japanese movie from 2000, and if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like The Hunger Games, but way more grittier, in which I liked about it. Basically, it's some sort of undetermined future or something, dystopian and everything, which I kind of like. It's been kind of a thing for me lately. I kind of want to get away from for a while, because I like it, and yet it's depresses the heck out of me. It's a society where I guess grown-ups are kind of sick of kids, and how they mock the older generation or whatever. Basically, they collect them. They collect a select few, like I want to say 42 or something, kids from like either 7th or 9th grade, and they bring them to an island and have them kill each other, basically. Until one survivor is left. And yeah, it's basically like The Hunger Games, but a lot grittier, but it's still watching it. It was like, oh God, this lady didn't. I mean, Suzanne Collins, who wrote the Hunger Games, she's like, she didn't know about this book or the movie. There are like a lot of similarities. You got kind of a love interest thing going on, but it's not the focus. It's not really melodramatic like it is in the books, like it is in the Hunger Games books in the movie. It's just it's just part of the story. It's like they just they develop a relationship. It's not like oh, I always loved you and blah 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 blah. It's just a part of the story. It's mostly just focused on the killing, and there's some gruesome deaths in this movie. And it's just really, some of it, it's just really interesting. It's a kind of an interesting psychological thing. A friend put it the best, saying, would you kill your best friend if that was the only way you could, survive? And, that was kind of interesting. And it's just really good. But yeah, it's brutal, really brutal compared to the Hunger Games, because they show these kids getting shot. Yeah, they have guns in this it's just they're given really random weapons. Some of them, even though some of them are kind of funny, because one kid got a pan lid, and one had a sickle one had a sickle or a scythe or whatever you want to call it. Or it's a sickle. It's a lot of them had guns. Some of them had knives. One had a bow and arrow. It's just really good. I don't want to give too much away because it needs to be seen. Really, really good. It's out on Blu-ray now. The way I watched it wasn't a really great copy, so I want to get it on Blu-ray. But yeah, it was really good, and it's just kind of made me wonder why I don't watch more Japanese cinema, or even I don't know. I've watched quite a bit though. Over the years I've watched quite a bit. Not just anime or anything, or Japanese animation. But earlier this year I watched Hasu, which I loved. If you remember my episode about that, I loved that movie. A lot of it for the wrong reasons, because it was just a hyper crazy movie. But yeah, totally liked Battle Royale. It's kind of lukewarm about Land of the Dead, and I really loved Valet Girls. Because they were ballet drivers or whatever, or ballet car parkers. And anyways, that's pretty much it. There's some other movies I could probably talk about in here, but I don't know. Maybe another time, but I don't know. So, anyways, yeah. Until next time.